Hey, welcome to Northwest Georgia football. Pick'em, third round. Got a special guest in the house tonight. Armature Indian head coach Jeremy Green joining us. As always, Chris is with us. Benton's coaching a little basketball tonight. He won't be in, but we'll run over the 7 games we have going on here with the Northwest Georgia teams. Some great games for us this week. Like I said, we had 7 of our 17 teams make it to the third round. 5 are predicted to make it to the fourth round. Um, let's start up, guys. Single A, Bowden is making the trip to Early County. Bowden is a 6-point favorite.
You can go ahead, Coach.
No, I was going to say that tells you how much people respect Bowden and Coach Finley and Robert McNeil, that you're a favorite on the road in the playoffs in the third round. But Coach Finley does a great job, and I don't know that we ever tackled Robert McNeil. So I think it's tough to go all the way down to almost to Florida, but I think Coach Finley and Bowden wins.
Yep. I'm going to go Bowden as well. I know Early County, they've had a tough schedule, and to be 7-3 with that schedule, I think they lost to Brooks, Irwin, and school from Alabama. But I still like this Bowden team.
Yeah, I was going to ask Coach, man, since he has experience with these young fellas. I know Bowden's going down to Dothan the night before to spend the night, and then they're going to travel over to Early on Friday. I mean, how hard is it for kids at that age, man, to sleep not in their own bed and then be ready to play on Friday?
Well, my experience is that it's easier to play on the road in the playoffs than it is to play at home. Um, I remember one year Sonoraville went and played Liberty County, and it was like, and we did that in one day. But that whole day is just football. Like it's like you're an NFL team or something. You don't go to school. You get to stop in at restaurants. You get to travel the best. And those other guys are at school. They're in math class that day. I think playing on the road in playoffs a lot of times helps limit distractions. Um, you got to just be a football player.
Yep. And Bowden has the football players. Early's got the football players. I think it's going to be a great game. Old school classic, knockdown, drag out. Both teams rush for about 300 something yards a game. If you like passing, you probably want to stay at home. I'll tell you how I know Early County has a good football team, though. I texted one of the coaches this week from Early and asked him where was a good place to eat down there on game day. He told me the gas station. I tell you what, if you're eating at the gas station, you got a good football team.
Yeah, it's probably got a
Right.
barbecue attached to it. It's probably like a gas station barbecue and barber. One of those cool places.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Bowden. I think 6 points is probably about right. It's gonna be a close one, but yeah, I take the Red Devils.
Yeah.
Chris Reese says Raven County football up by 10 points. Final score. He thinks Raven beat Swainsboro by 10. It's gonna be a good game in Double A or Single A Division One. All right, fellas. Let's move on to Double A, man. Our Rockmart Yellow Jackets on the road at number 1 Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is only a 6-point favorite.
Yeah. Well, when I was looking at the scores, like looking at everybody's schedule, getting ready for the night, I noticed that Fitzgerald beat Irwin 28-20, and I think Irwin beat Rockmart 28-14. It's hard to compare people from extreme North Georgia and South Georgia in the playoffs sometimes, but it's rare that you get a crossover in an opponent. But I think it'll be tough to go to Fitzgerald and beat Coach Pruitt and them. I think it's going to be a tough night.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Rockmart all year, but this is going to be a tough order right there to go all the way to Fitzgerald and beat Fitzgerald. I just don't know if they do it. I'm going to go Fitzgerald with this one.
Yeah, Coach Parsons does an excellent job, and it's a tough third round pick.
Yeah,
draw.
Sorry about that. I had a dog bark emergency. I saw Rockmart play Irwin County this year live. And it's one of those games, man, where you look up at the scoreboard at the end and you say, "Man, I don't think Rockmart lost this game." I think they'll be ready. Fitzgerald struggled last Friday night.
Yeah,
I go
against
Rockmart.
Chambly. Was that against Chambly? Yeah, that was real surprising
Putnam
score.
County.
Oh, Putnam County. Who was it played Chambly? Somebody else. Yeah, my bad. That was like Cartersville or something like that. But that's just a long trip to a tough place to play. I know that.
Benton's going with Fitzgerald in a close one. And he has also taken Early County in a close one. 4A, Cedartown Bulldogs on the road at Bainbridge. Cedartown is a 6-point favorite.
Yeah, that like Cedartown and Bainbridge in the playoffs feels like 1988 or something. You know, it's like two classic names, and Georgia high school football. I mean, I can't vote against. I hadn't seen much of Cedartown, but just from everything I heard, I can't pick against them no matter where or who. You know, Coach Abrams and his team, so I'll pick Cedartown.
Yep, I'm going to go Cedartown as well. Coach Abrams, Coach of the Year. He's got a heck of a team. I think doesn't matter where they're playing. I think this is the favorite.
Yeah, I'll start by saying that this is probably the best team Cedartown's faced all year, but Cedartown is not the best team that Bainbridge has faced all year.
Yeah,
Bainbridge has played Ware County. They've played a couple of teams, Thomas County Central. I don't think they'll be intimidated. But Bainbridge has a great home field advantage, great fans, long trip. I don't think Cedartown wins by their customary 42, but I think they win in a very close game. Benton is going Cedartown. Dogs on top.
There might be 20 or 30 broken helmets after that game.
Yeah. Yeah. 5A, Calhoun Yellow Jackets, traveling down to Ware County for a rematch of last year's game.
Yeah. When I was looking at Ware County schedule, they beat Coffee, Bainbridge, and Benedictine this year. Like that's a pretty good resume. But here's my experience with Calhoun: is I don't ever bet against Calhoun. I just, I'm not. Every time I've ever said, well, they can't win that one, I've been wrong. They jumped from double A or triple A up to 5A, and everybody said they were done. And look at them. I mean, so if they were playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'd pick Calhoun just because I've been all the stuff they've been able to accomplish.
I know it's a tough trip to go down there. I watched last year's game, and that was one of the most exciting games I saw last year. I think the Yellow Jackets can do it again. So I'm going with Calhoun here. I always like them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
man, that's 2 for Calhoun. Like I said, I picked against them last year. Ware County won. I thought they'd have played Kell a lot closer last week. They came out and beat Kell 34-7, so they're peaking at the right time. But I like the Okefenokee Swamp. I like Alligators. I'm going to pick Ware County. I think it's closer than the 13.
I've always liked their stadium. I love that place down there.
Coffee County at Cartersville. Cartersville's a 5-point favorite.
Yeah. Where am I at right here? Coffee County at Cartersville. I think it's interesting when I look at all these matchups. It looks like the same two regions, won the first 2 rounds. You notice that all the crossover, so there's going to be a lot of comparison after this week. But Cartersville at home, Coach Foster, they're going to win. I mean, you're not going to beat Cartersville in the 3rd round at home, I don't think.
Yep. I'm going to go Cartersville too. Cartersville at home, playoffs. They know it's a big game. They got this.
Yeah, I think Cartersville's quietly put together a pretty good season, man. We kind of forgot about them when they lost to Calhoun in overtime. Still ranked number 3 in the state. Played really well since then. I think they beat Coffee and head to the semifinals. Jeff Holloway says, bowed in a close one, man. McNeil's arm is the difference. 6A, Marist, coming to Barron Stadium. Rome is a 10-point favorite.
Yeah, I think Rome gets revenge for the time that the refs blew the playoff game late in the season against Marist. I think they're going to beat Marist pretty handily. I think Marist is like a 3 or 4 loss team, and I mean that's kind of unusual for them. But I think Rome's going to win very big.
Yep, I've seen that picture from that game across Twitter about 10 times this week. I do think they get revenge for that. I think Marist might struggle to score against that Rome defense. I'm going Rome here.
Yeah, I was actually at that game live. I wasn't sure if I saw the right thing because I had a patch over my eye that night. But yeah, they got robbed 14 years ago. I don't think the kids that are playing now really care about that. But Marist does have 3 losses, but 2 of them are to Gainesville and Blessed Trinity, which are pretty good programs.
Well, if anybody's going to upset Rome, like truly upset them, it would be somebody like Marist that runs triple option and they just run midline and then they run triple and then they run follow and then all of a sudden it's 4th down and inches and they get it and then they do that like 10 times and it's the second quarter and you're down 7-0. That's the kind of team that could do that. They're not getting to try to be in a track meet with Rome. It's that kind of team that could upset them.
Yeah, I like the Wolves. 10's probably about right.
Yeah, they'll beat them. But
Benton says Rome big, and he's also going with the Purple Hurricanes. Man, look at him with his little hurricane on there. That's pretty cool. 6A, man, which is going to be a huge one. Walton at Carrollton. Walton knocked off the Buford Wolves last week. Carrollton's a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah, you're not. I think Walton's probably on a high from beating Buford last week, and a lot of times that's when you have the big crash. Like, how do they go? How do they beat Buford on the road and then turn around and beat Carrollton on the road? If they do, then they're probably gonna win it all. I mean, but I think it's gonna be tough for them. I think Coach King and Carrollton Trojans beat them.
Yeah, I like Carrollton at home. This is a game Benton's wanting to go down this game. I think I might join them. I think that Carrollton offense is special.
Yeah, I'm like Coach Green there. I was thinking Walton beats Buford. How they show up in Carrollton with the same intensity. Julian Lewis, man, he's going to be a superstar. He's already a superstar. Thrown for over 3,000 yards as a freshman. Carrollton's road to the title, man, is crazy. If they beat Walton, they got Colquitt County and probably Mill Creek to win the title. But I think Coach King will have them ready. I like Carrollton in a close one.
Yeah.
Did we cover everybody? Did I get everybody? I was trying to pull them off the top of my head.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. Yeah, it's a short schedule this week. 7 games. We got 7 teams left, and I like how many teams we have left from this area this late in the season. I don't recall a time where we had 7 teams left.
Right, we got five predicted to make it to the semifinal. I didn't get to use this, so I'm gonna try to use it right quick. Boom, Rockmart Yellow Jackets right there, upset pick of the week.
You found the upset button.
Found it. I had to chase a dog about that time, so I didn't get to use it at the time.
That'd be awesome to see if they could go down to Fitzgerald and win on the road. That would be huge.
Yeah, we got a couple of minutes here. If Bowden wins Friday night, they will play a team I know Coach Green's familiar with, probably Lincoln County. I'm sure you know Lincoln County, right?
Yeah, the Red Devils. Yep. I
think you played against them a few times, right? Once I know.
Yeah, my sophomore year, we played them. I was actually in street clothes on the sideline, but I was injured. But yeah, we played them there and lost 24-20, 21, I think, or 24-20. And then they win the state championship the next week, like 37-0. So,
wow!
If we'd have held on, that was in '93, I guess. They ran a reverse punt with like 2 or 3 minutes to go, and then we drove down to like inside the 20 on the other end and lost.
Yes, someone asked me not too long ago to rank my top teams I've seen live. And that's still my number 1 ranked game I've seen in person. Incredible game.
Yeah, it was a great game. It really was.
Okay. Well, Jeremy, we appreciate you joining us tonight, man. And
I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys back tomorrow night, man. We're going to unveil our Player of the Year live on the air tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back with you at 7 o'clock. Benton will be back, and we'll get it done.
And Coach, it's great to see you, Coach. So where do you go from here? Where's Jeremy Green going from here?
Well, I have no idea, but what I'd like to do is I like being an armor Indian. You know what I mean? So, but in this line of work, you never know what's going to happen. So it you know, I won't be able to answer that for a while.
Well, you'll have to join us more often then.
Well, I enjoy what y'all do. I think a lot of it. These kids around here are really blessed. I was happy to be a part of it.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.